Hello, Scott Austin here from Jade Puma, and in this video I'm going to do a walkthrough of a new site that I recently built called Common Fibers Group Buy. And this website, it has a unique business model in that what it's doing is batch manufacturing. So Common Fibers is a company that has multiple websites for different products that they sell, and this website is for their batch processing. And what batch processing is they're making carbon fiber components for autos. And it's easier for them to do them in a batch of 10 or 20 than to do them one at a time. And it's cheaper for the customer who's buying them. So what this site does, it allows customers to come in and add themselves to a queue for a specialty part, a custom part to be made for their car. And when that queue reaches the batch limit of 10 or 20 orders, then that process gets run. So let me show you how that works. So the first thing I'm going to do is just go into one of the group buys on the collection page here of all the group buys. You can see we've got these little counters here. And the app we're using for this is called Crowdfunder by EtherCycle, and it's an app used to do sort of like a Kickstarter type thing, and we've modified it a little bit. So it's not so much about hitting a dollar amount, but it's the number of orders that are there. And we have this status bar, and we changed the color of the status bar. So when an order is less than halfway filled to its committed amount, we have the status bar in red. Once it gets to the halfway point, it turns yellow. And once it gets to the fully booked or the full batch size, it goes to green. And then it stays green until they actually run the batch, and then they reset the counter and start all over again. So the site's brand new, so there's not a lot of parts up here yet, but they're building out that catalog pretty quickly. There's more here than a couple days ago when we launched. So let's just walk into this Honda Trail down tube cover product as an example. So you can see here the product has a full price of $275 plus shipping, but there's a $100 deposit. So if you were to purchase this product right now and add it to cart, you'd end up putting down your credit card for $100, and that's the deposit. And then when it reaches the full 10 orders needed for the batch, the company will then send out a draft order for the remaining balance of the $175 plus the shipping, which they'll calculate at that time. So every product has a limit for the batch size. This one has 10, and it has a different deposit price and a different full price. And sometimes we don't even show the full price yet for new products because they actually don't figure out the price or calculate the price until they've run at least one batch or 50% committed towards a new batch. So on this one here, we have the Crowdfunder app doing the status of how many people have committed to this product. And there's some product options through normal Shopify variants. We've got some icons to gain some trust and some information about the product. We've also got a tab for generic things or generic that applies to all the products about their process and their quality. And so like I said before, if I was to add it to cart, I would then see that $100 amount in my cart, and if I walk through the checkout process, I would pay the $100 for that deposit. So let's go back to another group buy and just show you how it works on another one. I think this one here, this one here has a different batch size of 20 products, and so far one has been committed. It also has a $100 deposit, but its full price will be $350, and there's more options for this one. So another thing that happens is, they want to build out their catalog of products that they'll make for customers based on what customers want. So we built out this suggest page, which allows customers to say, hey, I'd like to add this part to your website. And then that customer, if they say for their Ford F-150 or, whatever information they put down here, they want a manifold cover or something to that effect, then the store owners, the CF Group Buy, will go in, add that product to this catalog, and then the customer can then go out and say, hey, friends of mine in the Ford F-150 community, we've been talking about this for a while. Let's all jump on board and get this batch over the limit so we can get this manufactured and have our trucks look cooler than everybody else's. So one of the thoughts around this site is to have the customers become part of the marketing to their communities, because they're probably part of the niche audience of whatever auto that they're a fan of and trying to build the parts for. So let's go back to the home page and just walk through some of the basics here. You can see we're using the turbo theme, full banner, and putting the banner underneath the header to give you that real full screen, rich graphic, rich photo experience. And we carry that throughout. If you go to the Contact Us page, for example, which we've got down in the footer, we've still got that banner. We're taking up less height here now, but we still got that banner tucked underneath the main nav. The nav elements are the home page, the group buys, which we have by car manufacturer, and you can also have a see all functionality. We've got a learn page where we talk the customer through the process, because batch process isn't something that most people understand because it's not a common business model. So they walk through the different steps of the batch process. This is where we're reinforcing that red, yellow, green color scheme we have going on of getting closer to the batch being fulfilled, the commitment met. We've also got another page that talks about the quality of the products that Carbon Fiber is making. This is a company out of Seattle. And they make their products here, here in the United States, and they talk about the different, components of their quality and the finish. And they've actually got a library of products that they've done in the past, showing a gallery of the work that they've done. And then also in the footer, I think I just showed you the Contact Us page. And also off of that, we have linked to it a FAQ. And on the Contact Us page, we've got a map, and we also show over here, we're showing their Google listing in the map for their Common Fibers business listing. So that brings up the reviews that Google has on Common Fibers already, so customers can see that right here also. And if I click on the FAQ page, it takes you to a normal turbo theme FAQ with the accordion functionality that I really like. You can see we've got a carbon fiber based color scheme of black and white, and we use the blue color or the teal color, whatever you call that, that shows up in their logo up here. We use that as the contrast color across the site. We've also got a nice little About Us page where they've got photos for all their team members. And hover over it and see what their role is. And of course, everybody's got to have their chief officer of fun. We've also got the quality commitment. I think I showed you that one already from the header. Yeah, the rest of those we've walked through. So that's the site that we built for them. It's based on the Turbo theme, and this is the first time that I've done one with batch processing. So that was really fun to implement, and it's kind of a unique thing that I hadn't seen done in a Shopify store before. So I'm really happy with the way that came out. Thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any questions.